If you're interested in coaching, my email address is in the description, and it's amazing. You'll be amazed at the difference having someone hold you accountable, encouraging you, giving you strategies and techniques, and mapping out your goals and then making a plan to accomplish them. Self-discipline improves, health improves, career, finances improve when you're working with a coach. So yeah, if you're interested, I've made it really affordable. Shoot me an email, and we'll set up a free consultation, and I can answer any of your questions. Okay, today this recording is Be Yourself. It's amazing how much energy we waste and how much self-confidence, happiness, contentment, inner peace we give up when we're constantly trying to be somebody that we're not. And it's so frustrating because we are not conditioned to be ourselves. We're always told from a very young age, it's drilled into us that we have to be different than who we are. And as children, we don't have the wherewithal or the confidence or the knowledge to know, hey, these people are telling me lies. They are eroding my self-esteem every time they're telling me not to be myself, that I need to change my behavior. And there's so many social rules and dogma that we feel we need to follow, and what it says to us subconsciously, who I am, as I am, is not good enough, and I need to change. And so then things develop like perfectionism. We feel that we have to make things perfect. We have to say the right things. We don't want to show people our creative pursuits, our art, music, writing, or just who we are naturally. And we avoid failure. We avoid looking like the fool. We avoid being embarrassed. Why? Because at a very young age, it's painful. And maybe thousands of years ago, that was a very practical survival technique, that you had to fit in with your tribe. If you didn't fit in with your tribe, you're going to have some major problems. You get kicked out of your tribe, I mean, your life's at stake. And I think that's still really deeply ingrained in our DNA, that we want to conform, we want to fit in, we want to have approval. But at what cost? It takes so much mental energy to try to force yourself to be somebody that you're not. And it's confusing, and we're lost, and we're unsure of ourselves, and we second guess ourselves, and we don't feel comfortable just being natural. And so then all these fears start popping up, where we are constantly anticipating how we might get rejected and what we can do to avoid failure. And this just sucks the creative juices out of our being. We feel small, we feel little, because our self-worth, our confidence is now mirrored by what society says and how they react to us. So if society says we're good, we're successful, we're attractive, we feel good. If society says we're not, and they criticize us, make us feel bad, tell us we're dumb, tell us we're foolish, tell us we're fat, we shrink, and it shrivels our self-esteem. And this is such a huge problem. I mean, so many of our anxiety and social anxiety and personal anxieties, and just the whole self-development industry, so much could be solved if, not everything, but so many problems could be alleviated, and we can have a lot more inner peace and contentment if we just practice being ourselves and embracing the rejection. I'll go even a step further, seeking the rejection. Rejection is part of the game. If you want to succeed in anything, you gotta fail, you gotta get rejected, and you gotta not take it personally. And this is why so many of our goals are so screwy, so messed up. Our goals are things that are external. You know, getting the right job, becoming famous or becoming popular or making a name for ourselves in our career, in our profession, achieving status, having riches, being the thin, beautiful, attractive person so other people look at us. I mean, the shopping, the list goes on and on and on. And then on top of it, so many addictions and so many bad habits are picked up because we doubt ourselves, we feel bad about ourselves, we don't get the approval, the external approval that we feel we need to feel good about ourselves. So what do we turn to? We turn to drugs, we turn to food, overeating, turn to just distractions, mental distractions, the internet, video games, and all those things. Not that they're bad, but they become an addiction to numb ourselves because we don't like who we are. And I'm not talking about, this positive thinking, self-esteem, and build yourself and love yourself. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just be yourself. The neurotic, self-loathing, self-doubting, self-critical smorgasbord of insecurities and neuroses. Allow yourself to be that. Now, not hurting other people, but feeling comfortable and accepting that we, as a human being, where most of us are a mess. And if you don't see that other people are a mess, and you're comparing yourself to other people, and you say, well, they're not a mess, then they're really good at hiding it. And so it's a real fair and unfair comparison when we compare ourselves to other people, because we're only looking at what they show us. And what they show us is the mask. And we all wear the mask, and we all want other people to approve of our mask. But at what cost? The cost is so steep. And some of the greatest moments in my life in feeling just confident and alive and passionate about life, when I've given myself permission to be human and to be myself. And from a very young age, I was always different, never fit in. And I remember very young age as well, I was always trying to adapt and change and mold myself so that I would garner more approval, I'd fit in better, and it never made me happy. And the thing is, all the things that we've been conditioned to chase, the jobs, the success, the money, yada yada, the beautiful wife or husband, the ideal kids that are getting the good grade, all the things that we've been conditioned to chase are temporary. Once we get them, we become acclimated to what we have, and we no longer appreciate it, and it becomes like a drug. And then we have to chase the next thing and the next thing. And one of the things that I really try to work on with clients in coaching is, yes, we have external goals, but in those external goals, we are evolving what's within us, the internal, the being part, the spiritual part, the part that's not wrapped up and enslaved and conditioned by the material world, whatever you want to call it. And it feels so great because it's like you're unplugging from all these external things that we are using to make us happy. And we're trying to suck happiness out of things that are temporary, chaotic, and don't last. They don't stand the test of time. And evolving as a human being within is what stands the test of time. And then you're on solid ground. You have a strong foundation underneath you. So when the chaos hits you, you're not as affected. You're not tossed like a reed in the wind. You stand strong and you feel good about who you are. And the place that starts is just being yourself. Now, understand, maybe there's some situations you can't be yourself at work and things like that, but it doesn't mean we can't slowly let who we are come to the surface. And what's really nice when we start being ourselves is we start attracting kindred spirits. A common theme that I get with coaching or people that leave comments in YouTube, I can't find other people to connect with. Well, how can you if you're not being yourself? You can't. You're not advertising the true you. And there's something attractive that with people that just don't care if they get approval. They don't care what you think about them. They are true to themselves. And they can just relax, be themselves, be comfortable, mess up, fail, say stupid things, be embarrassed, and it's all okay because it's all part of the human experience. That is what is glorious, to be alive and to be aware. All right, so if you like this video, I always appreciate your comments, and if you want some coaching to get yourself back on the path that you want for your life, send me an email. And as always, thank you everyone for your support. If this video inspires you, please share it with a friend, and thanks for watching.